Somehow I'm feeling
You see that Alaskan beer I bought for you?
I saw that.
I pull it off.
Pointed it out.
You put a card?
Yeah.
Or a squeegee or something?
Yeah.
All right. It's working soon. Now comes out the Type A person.
Look at that. Yooper sound.
Man, look at that. Look at that.
You know when I got divorced, my sister got my
Should be at the auto parts store at 8 o'clock. And in fact, you drive it up. Well, no, you can't.
Oh, come on.
It's like hours for nearest auto zone. Oh God!
Feel better now?
Does that open bottles? Because if it opens bottles.
Do you have a bottle opener?
No, I used the chair over there.
See how this
I
is done.
just drink Corona Light and Coors Light, so I don't really get into the darkers. But,
Saving plenty.
You'll like it.
but yeah, I think I've had it
If,
before.
if nothing else, you'll like the label.
That's right.
So, Tom,
Wait, you're not drinking Alaska?
now I'm drinking Ireland. Sorry. I'll have an Alaska later. I want to save it for everyone else there. It seems popular.
Yeah, if I was in the right fraternity, I'd know how to do this with my cigarette lighter.
Okay, well this is making it really foamy though.
Don't worry about
You're
it.
getting
Bitch,
it.
bitch, bitch.
Whoa, awesome.
Very
There we go.
foamy.
So, that is one of the talents I don't have, which the talents I don't have are many and numerous at best. But anyway, I remember.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers.
Yeah. So how much fuel did it take to top up? Seriously.
Top up.
Oh.
I just put in 6 gallons.
So what is in it?
He puts his car cover in there.
Oh,
and
okay.
what else? Cleaning supplies.
Sleeping Bear Dune, can you climb it? Here's Clay, Sue, and Kana after a successful surmounting of the dune, and they're coming down.
You had that in your luggage?
Let's see the decoration,
Let me
please.
take one more because my camera. If Roger's getting it.
We went up to the top, Kana and Clay and I, and there's like 3 ridges. Yeah, there's 3 ridges behind it, so it's not like the lake's up there. So we turned around and came back down.
You gotta.
You've been on how many tours?
Been on all 10 of them.
All right.
Started in 2006.
Let's see here.
That here, the Cobra's in the Mountain, which was at Snowbird Lodge. Then the Moonshine Tour, which was in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Deliverance Tour, we went back to, no, not back, sorry, we went to St. Louis Lodge. The following year, we also went back to
Fort Lewis Lodge.
Fort Lewis Lodge in Virginia, in West Virginia. The Cobra 1000 East meets West was a real big tour. That's where we met up with 29 cars and did a loop of Wyoming into Idaho and Montana. Snakes in the Grass went back to the first location, which was, oh my God, Snowbird. I'm sorry, Snowbird. That's where we did the Tail of the Dragon the second time. In 2012, it was the 50th anniversary for Cobras, and we did that at Fort Lewis Lodge. Then the Northeastern Tour, we did all 5 states in New England. The River Canyon Tour, we split it up between 2 lodges, but we covered 4 states that time. And this year, the Cobra Yooper Tour for the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
And you're the only one that's done all 10, maybe, or Tom has done.
Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah, Jim's done them too. All right.
Tom had to miss one.
Okay, there's Sean in the red shirt, and Woody is following in his footsteps literally. And look at that, they are almost to the top. Very impressive.
There's restrooms that way. There's plenty more beverages. If any of you guys need anything done on your car, need a lift or anything like that, before you get back on the road, there is that ability. Actually, it was one more quick story. We hosted a steam car tour here not too long ago and made that same offer, and we found out quickly we didn't have nearly enough hoses here. They didn't need to list at all, but we didn't have nearly enough hoses.
We were just talking about good wives. We were talking about good wives a minute ago. We were just talking about good wives a minute ago.
About how nice the wives are.
She's going down there. How are we going down there?
Morning, we're here with Tom, and I'm asking him, how did this Cobra tour idea get started?
Well, I bought my Cobra in Walnut Creek, California, which is not so unusual, except I live in North Carolina. And the gentleman who sold it to me says, when are you going to have it picked up? And I said, I'm not. I'm going to drive it. And he was a French guy. He said, oh, you're crazy. But, you know, I drove it across the United States with a friend named Peter Egan, and it was written up in the January 2002 issue of Road and Track magazine. And we had a two-seater car, but Peter wrote such a great story, we took 1 million people along for the ride. And I decided, you know, it shouldn't be that big a deal. This car is a Fairlane or a Mustang. Why is it a big deal? People are afraid of driving them. It's so valuable. So I talked to Carroll Shelby, and he said, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't build trailer queens. I built cars to be driven. So I said, well, I think, you know, maybe there's a few other people that like to drive their Cobras as much as I do, and put together this little tour, and this is the 10th year, and I look forward to the next 10 years.
Dave, you told us that road was going to be great. Now, what's the name of it, and how did you know about
Well,
it?
it's Highway 119, and it's called the Tunnel of Trees. And it's a destination spot for us in Michigan, and especially in the fall. Can you imagine going 22 miles through brightly colored trees? So a lot of car clubs, motorcycle clubs, and just people who like to see northern Michigan make that a yearly destination.
200 feet above the water, but you would be 450 feet if you went down.
Oh, that's sort of like when we went to Cotter a few years ago, and I was doing the zip line, and the hardest part was climbing up.
From this point, pretty much to the end of the day, your route books will not be useful because we're going to follow Tim and Paul. They're going to take the lead from here. We're going to go to the interior, and that's not the route book. So we'll leave in 5 minutes. We're going to go to the bathroom real quickly, and then we're going to follow the white car, the white 289. And we're going to have lunch. We'll probably be there at 1:45, 1 o'clock.
That's what I thought.
Come up with something. Come on, Fred. Tell us a story. Carlos, sing us a tune.
I'll tell you a story.
Okay, go for it.
So I told this to somebody on a thing. So I stayed at this hotel, motel, whatever it's called, once before, and I was 18 years old, and we were going to the UP State Fair. We went past the fairgrounds. We went to me and a bunch of my friends. Van load of kids, piled in there, drinking beer all the way up. Go to the concert, and the concert was. I still remember it was REO Speedwagon and the Romantics. You guys remember the Romantics, right? So they were on their last legs, obviously, that's why they were playing up here. But after the concert, we came back, and we had one of the rooms, we were on that side over there somewhere, and we were up really late. Van load of people come in, yelling and screaming at each other, and it was the Romantics, the band. They were staying here, and they were fist fighting in the parking lot with each other. And they were getting into it over whatever, arguing, and all the roadies had to break them up, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We were in our rooms looking at what's going on. That was the last time I stayed here.
We like to drive our cars, and we thought there must be other Cobra owners that would like to drive their cars with us. And so we set up a first tour in the mountains of North Carolina, the Cobra in the Mountains tour, and we had 8 or 9 Cobras, mainly from the eastern U.S. We've been doing it ever since.
Okay, guys, what is it?
It's ice cream, and boy, is it good.
On a hot day? You know it. All right.
Did you have some?
Yes, sir. Breakfast of champions, right?
Exactly. That's what they were saying. I think it's good.
Low 80s, 59 Peninsula. I mean, normally
I've wanted a Cobra since my prepubescent days, age 12. And here it is.
All right.
Bought in 2012.
Okay.
That's right, 3 years ago.
How was the search?
How was the search? It was about 2 years, and it would have been cheaper if I would have got one at the start of the search.
Right.
Yep, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was actually Tom Cotter, who his car 2202 that I went and looked at and missed, that convinced me that I needed to get one now.
Right.
Like now.
And how's the tour been?
It's been awesome. How about you, Katie?
It has been just great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, in the fall of 2005, Tom Cotter came up to me and said, would you like to help me put on a Cobra tour with Jim Maxwell? And he says, well, Jim and I are going to do this, and we need a third person to do more of the logistics stuff and to be a helper. And I said, certainly would. And he said, I know you don't have a Cobra, but you do have a factory, California, Shelby, and we're going to let you go along and be our logistics guy. He says, if somebody breaks down, you know, you have to go help them pick up parts or gas or whatever. And I said, I'd love to do that. So immediately, Tom and I did a one-day recon trip. And then about a month or two later, I helped him do an overnight trip. It took us 3 or 4 days, and Jim Maxwell did some trips also with Tom to do the very first tour, which took place in May of 2006 in western North Carolina by the Tail of the Dragon.
Over the years, we have imposed on you to carry all kinds of items, and tell me about that.
Well, initially, Tom said, well, we want to have beer and wine at night and stuff like that, and so we had large coolers, and the first couple trips we stayed at the same place every night, so every morning I'd go into the kitchen and fill up a large bucket of ice and prepare cold beer and wine. So when we got back at 5 o'clock in the parking lot, there'd be cold beer, and as soon as we got there, we'd have it. And in addition to that, I would carry other spare parts in my car and beer and wine. So I'd become the beer wagon, more or less, or the pickup truck or service truck of the Cobra tour.
But we have here, Edmund is talking to all the corner workers and around the track. I'm talking, we have a very small crew today. I'm talking to all the safety trucks, emergency vehicles, the medical center and everything on radio as well as phone.
2000 program, you just know what to look out for. As long as everything has
Sean?
It was a blast.
All right. Did you pass anybody?
They all passed me, probably. It was great fun.
How was it?
Bumpy?
Bumpy.
Very bumpy.
How'd you do, Bill?
The crowd was on their feet.
So how'd you do? Did you pass anybody?
Yeah, but I got hit and I almost ran into Sue. I had to go across the grass, across the median. You cut in front of me and I thought, I don't want to hit you, so I just went right over the grass. And the house behind me.
That was good.
She's only worried about the finish line.
How was it, Racer Dave?
It was excellent. Made
All
the trip even more fun.
All right.
He was excellent. He was excellent.
Okay, Tommy. Okay. Did you show those guys how to do it?
I did. I showed them.
All right. I saw you. You looking good.
And I didn't want to hit her, so I went over the grass and over the curb.
Well, what do you say, Svetko?
I tell you what, that little hit knocked the wind out of me.
Yeah, he hit me.
You need a flak jacket.
Spun right in front of me.
You need a flak jacket.
Man. Did you?
I spun out right in front of Wagner.
Yep. Our pick for
What's the results?
Okay, Clay set the fastest. He killed us all. Look at that. He's second faster than anybody. So
put him in another
Dave
car.
Carpick, Sean, me, he's 44.
Clay was first.
Sefco.
You were 27.
Something about turtle! That one by. Do you want your wheel back, Dave? Yeah, no! She burned the wheels off the car. He's a maniac. That's great. Here,
You didn't know what to expect.
Here, let's pose for Roger.
There we go. There we are. The combatants.
The combatants.
Yeah, we got it.
36.
Here or farther forward?
So how was the pet wash?
It is incredible. Got the snake clean.
How was your ride?
Almost got sandwiched. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that screech?
Then he will only get pictures of other people.
Do you just put cheese in the middle? And then the eggplant too? Cheese and spinach?
I heard you're setting up your side.
Once she sends her 3 free pins, she can't stop. She does.
Carol and
You hate to buy her on her birthday a free pin, but that's what I want. Free pin.
We have all 3 types of wine. We got red, we got white, we got pink. So, does anybody want coffee or dessert?
No, let's go to the games.
Cool.
Do we need to get ice?
Yes.
Ice.
Oh, Woody's here.
That's why we had Woody.
Woody has limited capabilities here.
He's in the bus.
Well, you know what I was going to do to him? He has no idea. Cotter. I was going to go to the Goodwill and buy a prom dress and show up at tonight's dinner in a prom dress. But I'm like, you don't know me well enough to do that.
Next year.
Next year.
But it's even better if we don't know you. And we're like,
what's going on?
Right.
Show us all the toys here.
That's right, in case it gets sunny.
Or rain.
Or rains. Yeah.
come on in.